We're here with Swift Jarrett, Hurd, and Coach Rodriguez, 12-0, 7 knockouts, over here at the Hillcrest Gym. You got a fight coming up at Rosecroft, September 12th. And you pretty much, your whole career has been fighting here in D.C. area and everything. So how is it fighting in this area?
I love it, man, because the main thing, you know, family and friends, it's not too far. They get to come to the fights. You know, fighting out of town, you know, some people have problems getting the traveling or making it there. Right here in D.C., they always come.
So when you're ready to change directions and fight elsewhere, how hard is it going to be making that transition for you?
For me, it's not going to be hard at all. I'm ready, you know. Like you said, most of my career been here in D.C. I'm ready to fight out of town, you know. I'm just ready for my opportunity.
Now, talking about your career, let's go back a little bit. How did your career actually start? As far as training and as far as your amateur career and everything, how did it actually start?
Well, I started boxing when I was 15 years old. My father took me up to the gym. We had a couple fights in the boxing matches in the backyard, and he said I had a little skill, so he took me up to the gym to see what I could do. I started training with Thomas Browning. He's my trainer. You know, he took me through the 2008, 2007 Golden Gloves National Championship. I won 2 years in a row. I didn't make it to in the championship in National 2008. I lost in the semifinals. And 2009, I kind of got in and out of it. I stopped, and I got a job. Tom used to always tell me, if you don't need a job, you know how to fight, man. You don't need a job. You know, I'm at work one day, and I got a sad phone call from my older brother telling me around in 2010 that Tom passed away. And you know, so immediately I wanted to come back to the gym for some reason.
So you pretty much dedicated yourself to coming back to boxing?
And I went to the funeral and I saw Ernesto there.
Okay.
And you know, we used to Paul Barrel. You know, we took Tom Sowell's resting place, and Ernesto asked me when I'm gonna come back to the gym. I said, man, I'll be there Monday. You know, I put in my 2-week notice at my job. Came back to the gym. We had a couple more amateur fights, and we took it from there, turned pro.
Speaking on your amateur career, you was in a group of tough amateur fighters, you know, which all are right now are doing very well in the pro career.
Right.
So how was it in your amateur career fighting against those guys like Demetrius Ballard and I guess was Damon Nicholson and all those guys? That was a tough group of guys, and all those guys right now are doing well as pros, you know.
Well, it was always tough because when like I said, I started at 15, so I really didn't make a name. Them guys been boxing since they was younger. I had to, you know, make a name coming in for myself, and you know, they like you said, they're top fighters, and competing with them, I mean, you gotta have some type of skill. So, I mean, yeah, compete with them, I felt good.
Yeah, apparently you made the adjustment well, and Ernesto, how do you judge his career up to date?
Well, I think he's doing very well. He has adapted to the pro style quite well. He always had a pro style. And
by the way, that's what I noticed when I seen you as an amateur. I saw you had a pro style type of pro style type of fighter.
He always had power, and he always wanted to land a big shot. So it's just a matter of getting him to slow down a little bit, play some shots, work on his conditioning, and overall it's just maturity. And thus far he has progressed well, and I mean, you can see the results of it. He's moving up the ladder right now, 23 in the country by box track, which is something to be proud of, and it's just a matter of time. Like I said, he's just looking for opportunities to be able to go to the next level.
You know, after this fight right here, I'm thinking it is going to be that time to fight out of this area, you know, because it's to the point now it's hard to get you matched up and everything. And Keystone has been doing a great job, but Keystone also knows when it's hard to match fighters and it's hard you know, to get fights for you, and they also know that when it's time for you guys to move on, they know their boundaries basically. So to Keystone, I'm pretty much that you're excited that you was able to get on that card, right?
Oh yes. Like me and Nestor went to Dusty Harrison fight, and he was at